start of the I'm so glad that I didn't record that bit will not be on the YouTube video. Here is the intro to oh sorry, I stopped it. Here is this week's intro to Shadowrun.
I'm going to need to tell you at some point about the comm links I've got so you can put it on your device, but we can do that in a moment.
We are live. Yes, I hope you enjoy that. Yes, I managed to remember to put Hector into the new startup campaign. So this is episode 4 of the series of encounters that the characters have been working on. And basically, to give you a quick rundown of what's happened before, a synopsis, the party got hired by street doc called Ida, who is quite I think she can only be she's not a polite street doc, and she doesn't like the corporations, and what she actually does now and again, she raids a van that is going from the corporations to somewhere else to finance gang membership, and she raids that and grabs the actual medical supplies from there. Now, the party were hired to do that, and they were given a contact on the inside called Mike Sawyer, and they went to see Mike Sawyer, and Mike Sawyer said, yeah, I'm quite happy to help you out, guys, but you have to do a favor for me, because one of the senior executives at Translocation, who is the corporation who actually moves the medical supplies, has actually been very, very naughty and is fabricating images and videos of various members of the company in various a variety of compromising positions and situations with a range of people. And so he said to the runners, that's absolutely fine, I will help you if you go off and make sure that this data is eradicated. So the party went off to a woman called Farah's apartment, and they found the safe, but unluckily they didn't have anybody to open it, so they took all the safe. This annoyed Farah somewhat, and what happened was that she then set off or put out an advert saying that she would be willing to pay 10,000 or 6,000, I forget, credit to for the return of the data chips, or the return of the safe, or to hire a bunch of runners to actually find it. Unbeknownst to the party phoned up via their comm links to get a piece of the action, and unknown to them, the comm link that they used was not actually on their PAN, their personal access network, area network, and so it was traced. And the location was traced, and Farah managed to keep them talking for some time on the phone, on the comm link, in order to activate this trace. After that, FaZe smashed the comm link, and they went off to find Mike Sawyer to try to arrange the crossover. But unbeknownst to them, the corporation had changed both the trucks and the delivery time. And so what they decided to do was to go in and do a little bit of a matrix raid to find out whether or not they could find out the information. In the meantime, poor Mike Sawyer got followed by some hooligans, some thugs, and got beaten up, and he's currently in a coma in Street Doc Ida's clinic. The party went in and they went outside to reduce the noise factor, and the Decker phase went into the matrix and managed to grab some information before another Decker came in who had the call sign or the mark of a chimera. And just as they started to attack phase, he managed to log out of the matrix and come back from hot sim into the back of Billy Bob's car. At this point, Billy Bob found himself covered in a swarm of insects and ran outside of the car, frantically trying to get everything off him. This was, they soon realized, was not really a swarm of insects, but was actually some kind of magician, some kind of mage, casting a spell on him. And then he managed to get back into the car, and after a few tussles, they managed to drive off and head off to the safety of their motel that they're actually staying in, because they dare not go back to their recent accommodation. Now they're currently staying, I think, at Holidays Inn. Is that? Or no, Lou's Emporium. That's where you're currently staying. And anyway, at the end of last adventure, they were a bit downhearted. They were a bit sad because they didn't think they could do anything. And so they had various options. And one of the options was to call in a favor from a gang that they did some work for early on called the Four Wheelers Gang, who are actually a gang who are really dedicated to vehicles and cars and driving around and street races and things like that. And that gang has agreed to support them in the overcoming of translocation, in order to get, hopefully, one of two things: the medical supplies and hopefully their gear back, or one or the other. They do know their gear is there. Well, they know that one piece of gear is there because of the hacker, the Decker, phase, knows that he's got a mark on one of the items. And last time he looked, it was actually in translocation. Okay, guys, so that's a brief, a long synopsis, but it is coming up.
Are we taking a break now?
No, it is. I just wanted to bring everybody up to date, but also to the fact that, sad to tell you, FaZe and Billy Bob, Carrot went out last night, and sad to say, he has not returned, and he has sent you a message saying that he feels that he's no longer of use to the party. He feels that his power needs to increase somewhat before he joins up with some powerful runners like yourself. And so he has decided to head off and do other things for the time being. But because he didn't want to leave you in the lurch, he has sent round a replacement. And the replacement is a human. Am I right?
Elf.
Elf is
a human elf.
A human elf.
A pointy-eared person called. Well, I'll let him introduce himself because he's currently knocking at your motel door. It's as if I'm there. It's as if I'm there.
That was spooky.
Yeah. Pull out my weapons and start blasting the door.
Is Billy Bob here as well? Is he actually back? Because didn't he go off for a rendezvous with?
Yeah, he's back from that. He's got a few bite marks here, there, and everywhere, but he is back and he is quite happy. And he's got one of those broad smiles that doesn't seem to go away. He just thinks the world is a rosier place.
Go and get the door.
Skip it as well.
Yeah, so he goes to get the door and he says da 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 to skip. Yeah, go for it.
So okay, I open the door.
And you see sort of like a tallish, thin bloke standing there, sort of like wearing cowboy boots up to the knee, sort of like dark grey, like suit trousers, an open dark brown leather trench coat with a white shirt, a nice crisp white shirt underneath with a dark grey waistcoat, and like a red sort of like I can't think what they're called.
Cravat.
Handkerchiefs.
Bandana.
And a red like cravat type thing. It's like loose across him, and he
I turn around and say, "Guys, you ordered a stripper?"
Yes.
I look up and I look into Billy Bob's eyes, sort of like, and go, "No strippers here." I wish there was, but there are no strippers here.
Yeah.
I'm Hector. I believe you were expecting me.
I turn around and look at FaZe. We expecting a Hector?
Yeah, invite him in.
Okay, come on in.
I nod and I walk in.
Okay, so have you been given a brief on
Carrot
what's going
has
down?
got me up to date in the message when he contacted me. Yes.
Right. Okay.
You need to break into a translocation delivery depot or whatever you want to call it, and I believe it's holding some of your equipment which you want back, and there is also could be elements of a run that you're currently on for medical equipment.
Yeah. Well, the equipment isn't our equipment isn't the main thing that we're after. The main thing that we need to get back. Well, the main thing that we need to do is to complete the mission that we were hired to do and get the medical supplies for Ava. So that's our main.
Or Ida, one or the other.
Ida.
There's a clue on the map.
Holiday. Oh, Ida. I thought maybe you had misspelt it.
No, Ida.
So that's the main plan, is to actually get that back. So what exactly are you bringing to the table?
Well, I'm quite good in combat. I can track people through the city if I need to. I know my way around, and I can be quite personable if I wish.
Can you track them magically?
I cannot, no.
Okay.
It's more physical tracking. I am, as you can see, I'm an elf, and I do have a bit of magic, but I have channeled it through myself to enhance certain of my abilities, such as this. And then I make a throat clenching, so it looked like that, and I change my voice completely, and then I do it again, and I change back to my normal voice, like that.
I can do that as well.
I thought that was what your roleplay voice.
I'm not doing FaZe role-playing voice. No.
No, please do. I'm sure. I remember he's Scottish.
Okay. No.
I'm sure he's Scottish.
Hello, it's me.
Fuck, I let it.
That's all I can say with it. What devices does he have on him?
I will.
Oh no, I can tell you because I'm a deaf.
Yeah, you should be able to tell me. Go on then. What have I got?
I'm asking the GM.
I will tell you. Are you carrying everything that's on your character sheet?
More or less, because it's not that much.
Okay.
Not all the ammo though. I've got
Right.
some of the ammo stashed somewhere. But
But you're still carrying 2 comlinks, yeah?
I am carrying 2 comlinks.
Yeah.
The rating, I think it's.
So he has 2 comlinks with him. You also notice that those are linked up to a subvocal mic, probably wirelessly. He's got wireless contact lenses operating. He doesn't seem to have any according to this, I'm just checking.
Oh, sorry.
According to this, he doesn't have any smart gun links or anything like that operating, and that's about it. For he's got no cyberware running at all.
And what's he got gun wise?
He's carrying 2 guns. He's carrying a Taurus Omni 6 and a Yamaha Pulsar. And
There's two of each.
You're carrying 4 of them.
Yep, because I've got 2. I've got my Yamaha pistols on quick draw holsters on each thigh, it's like middle of each thigh, attached to my belt, and then hidden under my coat, I've got attached to the back of my belt. So they're like this. If you imagine the belt's here on the back of my belt like that, so I've got the 2 Omni pistols, 6 shooter pistols. So I can, and they've got the handles are like where the hips are, so I can sweep my hands back and get them out quickly.
Okay.
Where are you from?
Castleford.
Around here, I grew up south side.
Are you dressed like a cowboy?
I have a fascination for cowboy films and old style action thriller police films, such as the original Bad Boys made in the 90s.
You should go to Sally Sidewinders.
I've been there. It's very nice.
Yeah.
Good well. You've got two com links.
Yes, I have one which is my personal one, and then I have a second one which I use for all my shady dealings.
Okay, so do you want one of your com links on the pan?
You can put whichever. Yeah.
Which one do you want on?
I use the Metalink, and I pass over the Metalink. I use this one as my my Shadowrunning burner one, and then I have a slightly nicer one which I use for my personal dealings, which you can also put on if you wish. It's up to you.
So the one you're handing over the rating 1-1.
That's the one I use as a throwaway for like Shadowrunning. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I'll pop that on the pan.
Excellent.
You say you've got sideways. Does he have any type of?
No, he has contact. He has
contact lenses.
I also have contact lenses which have image link. They've also got a micro camera in there as well, so I can take photos.
As long as you've got image link, I'll be able to transfer any information that we
and I've also
need to onto that.
That's right.
Okay, take pictures with them as well.
I've got a mini camera on there, so I can take pictures if I need to. Yeah.
So we need a plan to get back our stuff and to get these medical supplies.
Okay.
I ain't doing no more plans.
So that is when the plan has been sorted for you, because you have requested the four-wheeler gang to help you out with this, and they have, because they owe you a favour, have agreed to actually help you. And while you've been resting and introducing yourself to Hector, and Hector introducing yourself to you two guys, then certain plans have been created, and the four-wheeler gang are ready to actually communicate this via your comlink. It comes from it comes from Clutch, the head of the gang. He actually will not be coming, and neither will Handbrake. But they are going to provide you with certain other gang members. They're going to provide you with 2 gang members, 2 four-wheelers, who will actually come into the place with you. And then there will be additional four-wheelers who will stay in the nearby streets in vehicles if needed for getaway or pickup, etc. The plan is quite simple, and Clutch is prepared to tell you about it if you are ready.
Yeah, we'll make sure that all the comms are open so we can all get it and ask any questions that we may need to.
Okay, so Clutch phones up your comm link, and basically he says the following to you. He says, "Okay, guys, we've organised this hit run, and we're going to go in stealthily." He says, and because, as you know, we four-wheelers are not the best at frontline fighting. So what we've done, we've got a van. We've actually got a van, and we forged some papers as well. So the idea will be is that we will drive you guys. We will drive the van, and we'll have somebody riding shotgun in the front of the van, and they will drive up to, going in front ways, the actual translocation. We'll pass through. I don't know if you realise, but on the night there's only 2 security guards at the front. So we'll go in, we'll pass over the papers, which will give her access. We'll drive further in, and then that will give us the opportunity to actually allow you guys then to climb over the front seats, out the driver's and passenger side door, and then go off and do your business. And then we will be waiting, and then sure as you're ready, come back to the van and we'll pull out backwards, handbrake turn it or bootleg turn it, and head off.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Do we know? We don't know where the medical supplies are, so we're going to have to find those once we get in there. We'll be able to locate the equipment because I can see that through the matrix.
Correct. Yeah.
So when is this planned for?
Well, the time is about 5 o'clock, and it's going to happen at 9 o'clock tonight. So you've got time to have to have something to eat, and then
you were going to say last summer.
have something to eat, and then they will pick you up from Lou's Emporium place, and then drive you straight to Translocation.
Okay, right. That sounds like a plan. So all 3 of us are going in. Has any? I know you don't have stealth, Billy Bob. Do you have stealth?
I can be stealthy. Yes.
Okay.
I'm the most stealthiest person here.
Okay.
You're stealthy because there's nobody left alive around you.
Well, I'm going to reload my my gun and stick the magazine that actually has still full bullets in it, and leave the half empty clip
In your pocket.
yeah
Yeah.
in one. So
Cool.
do you have any type of smart gun links, Hector?
I do not know.
Right, okay. And you can't do anything against magical threats?
I cannot, apart from shooting them,
Right, okay.
which is most effective.
Right. Okay, so once we're there.
So yeah, so nobody adepts don't have counter spelling.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's what you were hinting at. No, adepts don't have counter spelling at all, unless I don't think they can even choose it, unless they're a mystic adept, which is an adept that there has spell powers as well.
Okay, right. So I mean, we don't know what the interior looks like. We just know the location of our equipment. So the plan will be to, once we're in, we'll try to find the medical supplies as our main thing. They might not even be there, but we'll have a look, see, and we'll get our equipment. If not, and then we'll get out and either rendezvous with Ida, or get in touch with Ida to arrange to hand over the medical supplies, or we'll just go back to Lou's place.
That sounds good. Do we need So we don't have a floor plan inside.
No, we didn't manage to get it when we were there.
I might have someone who might be able to get it for us.
How quickly will they be able to get it?
I won't know until I ask.
Right, okay.
Because it is near office hours, if not end of office hours. And she owes me a favour or two.
Okay.
What's that?
It was Ben falling on the floor. It was one of my pictures of my nephews just falling off the.
I thought it was the real Ben.
No.
He's practicing his high bar in your bedroom.
No, it was a picture falling off the side onto the.
So, Inrules, I'd like to call a contact, please.
To who, sorry?
I'd like to call a contact, Tasha.
Who is a city planner?
She's city planning, so she's got a degree in architecture, and she does city planning, city maps, building plans.
And whereabouts is she a city planner for?
The whole of London. She's like in the main sort of like householdy buildings in London.
Yeah, she probably does an area. So say, for example, if she does South Side, then she works for the mayor's office, doesn't she? That's why I was asking. If she does one of the other areas of London, if she does Central, then she'll work on that place. So
she's probably Central. I think she's.
Okay then, yeah.
But I'd like to call her anyway.
What kind of person is she?
Entirely up to you. I haven't thought about that far yet.
Irish.
Okay.
No, can't do Irish.
And she's connection 4 and loyalty 4 as well.
Yeah, okay. That's not a problem. Oh, let me do it this way.
Should have gone for Australian.
No, I know what I'm going for.
South Africa?
So she's
Could
4.
Be
Yeah.
a sassy black lady.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I've just put a little blob there on the map. That's nothing. Yeah. Okay then. Call her.
Okay, so I dial her number. Are you going to make me do the beep beeps?
You have to do the beeps because you're dialing.
You're dialing.
Beep 'em.
Diddling, diddling.
That's
diddling,
that's
diddling, diddling, diddling. I told you,
it should be some kind of Skype call. Yeah.
I told you, I like retro.
Yeah.
Ket likes retro, so he's manually set it to a retro sound. Diddling, diddling.
Why has that come up there
Diddling,
like
diddling.
that? Hang on a minute. Sorry, I just don't know. I rolled a dice there, and it came up really weird.
We didn't see it.
No, that's.
We saw that one.
Yeah,
You saw that one, yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
You could probably see the.
glitch.
I don't think you're going to get an answer to. It's probably like you say. It's out of office hours. She won't be at her desk now, so she's probably out and about. She's probably going off and getting a life like everybody should. You know.
We never have much
Probably.
luck with contacts, do we?
No,
Not at all.
not at all.
She's off getting her hair and her nails did.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay, so we don't have a floor plan, but that's this place isn't. It's only one story, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
It's only a single story. Most of it's going to be taken up with,
Storage and
warehouse
offices.
storage space anyway. So there's only going to be a few offices. Chances are it's going to be. She was the secretary for the main guy, wasn't she?
Yes, she
Yeah.
was an
Yeah.
admin person.
Yeah. So chances are it's going to either be in the ladies' locker, bathroom, changing area, whatever.
What you're talking about now? Sorry.
Our equipment.
Oh yeah, sorry, your equipment.
Or it's going to be, close to where she works so that she can keep an eye on it.
I think your
The only
equipment.
thing that concerns me is that maybe she's got other people involved in this as well. So she's blackmailing somebody higher up in Translocation. Because otherwise, these guards wouldn't have come and taken our stuff to begin with, if you see what I mean.
And
Because they were security, weren't they?
Yeah,
Or
but
were
not
they
for
Shadowrun?
translocator.
no, they were. You always say that Chuggerwugger, sorry, but the icons were, but they were dressed like hitmen. Remember?
Oh, right. Okay.
I keep
That's
telling you
right.
that.
That's why you're asking about. Do the icons the
Yeah.
tokens confuse me?
Yeah, because if you
Well,
remember,
the answer to that question
is
is yes.
yeah. Do you remember they had suits on and they looked like professional
Right.
hitmen? But I
Okay,
said
so they
I don't
didn't
have
work on
icons.
Translocation.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, it does confuse me.
Okay.
Even though I said earlier that it doesn't.
Okay, and what about medical supplies? I think that's a really good way of locating your personal devices, and I think being able to see your mark is actually will be helpful for that, because you'll get a rough location over the top superimposed of wherever you are. What about the medical supplies?
Okay, so it's not the first time that Ida's done this.
Correct.
She's knocked off a few other of these shipments already.
Maybe not particularly from translocation.
Right, but can she give us any idea on what type of stuff we would be looking for?
Well, if you remember, you've asked this before, and she said, really and truly, she's not bothered about what she gets, because anything that she actually gets is beneficial. So, for example, if you just nick off 3 boxes of syringes, that's 3 boxes of syringes that she doesn't need to actually buy. If you manage to take a whole load of some kind of antibiotic or some kind of drug to painkillers or anything like that, she's not actually bothered, because whatever you get is 3 boxes that she's not actually paying out for. So
okay, but so if I wouldn't have thought that the medical supplies would be held with everything else. You know, for example, if they've got a whole load of armor jackets that are going out for delivery somewhere, or a whole load of padded envelopes, they're not going to be held in the same place as medical supplies. If it's any type of drug, I would have thought they would be held in sort of not cold storage, but in a
secure, maybe, because of the value.
I don't know so much as secure, but it would definitely be. Don't they have to be sort of like kept at a certain temperature?
Well, it depends what it is. If it's syringes, then no. But generally, what will happen is that all boxes will have a scan code on it. So, proper stock keeping people will either have a handheld device, or the really efficient one actually have a scanner implanted in their cyber eye, so they can just go along the shelves and literally go, and actually scan it instantly. So your best option is probably, because it's not going to
is to either find one of the scanners or to hack. Hack it.
Well, you won't be able to hack the boxes, because the boxes just have the scanner. The scan on it.
Hack the scanner.
Yeah. I think the best thing is to try to find some kind of handheld scanner, and then just to scan things, because it's not going to say on the side of it medical supplies for Ida.
Is there any information from the stuff that we actually downloaded on the data steal from Translocation earlier on, which was more of the delivery schedule?
That was more the delivery schedule, rather than when it was actually. And I actually went back and listened to that adventure, and
does it say on that how many boxes are going out?
It says, well, it's interesting because it just says boxes of medical supplies, because the actual details are not on that. The details are actually on the morning. Well, it does have some. It has a barcode next to it. But without that scanner, you will actually be able to read the scan.
Right, but can I take a copy of the actual scan. I take it I have it on a data chip anyway.
Yeah.
When
I just think that one of the things that you need to put on your priority list once you get in there
is to find a scanner.
Is to find
Yeah,
a scanner rather than anything else, so you can actually start to scan things.
But we know that we're after more than one box because it says boxes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably about
So
three.
one each.
Probably about three
Indeed.
to five. You think?
I want to request a crowbar, so if I can grab one, like if I've got one in the car, or if one of the four wheelers.
It's just going to be like cardboard, so you can probably flick your hand blade and just sort of go down it and open it up. They're not
Well, I was
boxes.
thinking more of the van shutters.
The van
We're
shutter.
going in. I.e., if the boxes are already loaded onto a van. The medical supplies don't go out until next week, Billy Bob. So they're not
right. Okay,
so they're going to be in there, and with your
if they're there, they're going to be in storage.
So it's your once it goes in and get past the guards, it's a plan that you're going to go in quite stealthily then and try to locate these things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, stealthily.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry, I've got leadership. I will leadership you, Billy Bob. Show you how it's done.
Okay.
Okay. So I am going to hang on a minute. I'm just going to put you. Oops. I'm just going to put you in the back of the van. So, but I'm going to tell you what actually happens. So the four wheelers actually call up dead on time, and they've timed it perfectly. And they drive the van, and once you get into the van, it looks a bit strange. And you sort of like just make some perception checks for me, please. You can all make it. Yeah, you can all make it. I don't mind.
Oh, what? Sorry.
A perception check.
Perception. 2.
Oh, well done.
Thank you.
I didn't see
Oh, no,
yours.
that's wrong.
5 out of 8. That's good. 3 out of 8. 2 out of 9. Okay, then. So you all get into the van, and you notice at the front there's 2 four-wheelers in the front of the van, and it's quite interesting what they're wearing, because they seem to have almost like what can only be termed as posh tops, but normal bottoms. And it's as if they've put on a shirt and tie over their sort of like normal everyday gear and sort of like put it on and buttoned it up. But as you get in, you notice that the bottom half of them is actually just their normal four-wheeler gear. The other thing that you notice is that there's something sprayed on the van, and it's literally sprayed on, and it says Translocation. But both of them start at the front and go to the back, and it's just sort of like a white van with this sort of like sprayed onto it. It's quite a good job. It's quite a good job.
It's spelled correctly, though, isn't it?
It's spelled correctly, but the first thing that you notice is that it's not exactly straight, and you just sort of think, oh, no. And you notice that they both are armoured. They both have weapons with them. They seem to have Ares Predator pistols on down in the the van
Map holder.
Yeah, it's all like down there, and the woman on the left who's riding shotgun seems to have a clipboard with some papers on it as well. Both of them are really sort of like dressed for the part as well, because they've got mirror shades on, and the driver sort of like turns around to you and says, "Don't worry, mates, we'll get you in here. Don't worry at all. One way or another, we're going in." You hear some chatter over comm links, and he sort of like turns around to you guys and he says, "Ready to go?"
Yeah.
I look at everyone else
He's sort of like
and I just turn and nod.
he's sort of like he's driving along, and he sort of like say, "You runners a bit. I could be a runner, you know. Many ladies used to say to me that I was born ready. I could do it at a moment's notice. Click, and I was there. I was one of the best drivers around, and yeah, with a gun, I was perfection." And the woman's just sort of like this, looking out the window, and just sort of like thinking, as this just sort of like say, seriously, I'm not with him. And he sort of like carries on driving. I think it's about 10 minutes, is it? Let's just
See about that.
let's just
I'll turn to Billy, Bob, and Hector and tell them that if we do have to engage anybody in there, can we try to do it quietly?
it's 50 minutes as the crow flies.
50 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
So he's
I'm
sort of
gonna
like
put my headphones in.
he sort of like says he sort of like goes, he's driving along, and he starts to sort of like, he sort of says, he says, I've been doing this for quite a while. I could be a getaway driver, me. I could spin this truck round on a little credit. Do you want me to see me spin it round on a little credit? I could do it. I could do it at the end of the street. There's go
I'll
like
take
that.
your word for it.
Like that. He says,
you don't need to show.
Oh, he says, yeah. He says, you could probably tell by my keen reflexes how fast I am. I'm just born for this. And the woman says, "Oh, Egbert, will you shut up?"
I'll laugh.
He sort of like turns to her and says, "No, I told you, don't call me Egbert. Don't call me
Call
there.
me Fast Eddie.
Call me by my four-wheeler name." And she just turns around to him and says, "Okay, Horn." And that
I laugh at that. That's quite funny. Horn.
he says, "Yeah, laugh as you want. I'm always Horn, me, always Horn." And he's just sort of like he drives off, and he's sort of like, he's looking around. He starts to give you a bit of a guided tour as he goes round. And he's sort of like, there seems to be all these places that he's either met girls or been with girls or met their mothers or something like that. And he's sort of like giving you a guided tour right the way around, saying, "Oh yeah, met a wonderful lass in there once. Yeah, she was really good. So and so and so and so." And the lady or the woman in the right left hand side is just sort of like so fed up of him. It's unbelievable.
You
Anyway,
just know he's a virgin, though, don't you?
Well, as you get closer and closer to Translocation, you could see he physically starts to get a little bit more nervous, and he sort of like says, "I'm ready for this. I'm ready. Don't worry, guys. I'm ready. I can do this. I can do this. As
soon as he says that, I've sort of like come out. All this time up to that point, I've been sort of like sitting in the back of the van, sort of like with my chin resting on my chest, with my eyes closed, sort of like just getting into the zone and thinking and calming myself down and all that sort of thing. As soon as he says that, I just like open one eye and just glance at it, and then physically just go.
Okay, you should be able to see. Let me zoom over to the map. You should be able to see that now.
Nothing.
No, I see nothing.
It came up,
And you
and then
cancelled
it went black. So we're just looking at a black screen.
Okay, then just 1
It's
second.
nighttime.
Let's just make sure that you've.
Who turned out the lights?
It did come on for a second.
We are in the back of the van. Come on.
That's
Oh, that's it. We can see more than what we could do before.
Billy Bob.
I can't.
Billy Bob should be able to see something now.
I can see everything. Well, I say everything. I see most stuff.
Okay,
Okay, cool.
let's see
Yes,
what
right,
you can
I got
see.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I've
all
got things.
should be able
I was
to.
zoomed right the way up to the top.
You should all be able to see things now. Yeah.
What's
Okay.
that pink thing, Faye?
What's
Oh,
what,
is that
sorry?
your deck?
Yeah.
That lets me know which.
Okay, so
Which, modem in on
for
my deck.
the people who are watching the stream, I just need to let you know that although you can actually see the whole of what's happening here, the runners can't actually see that. They're restricted via their light. So because it is night time, so they're via their low light vision. So that is literally what Billy Bob can actually see. And the other thing is that if you see anything that's really faded on the map, for example, that huge thing that's just sat over FaZe's head at the moment, then that's because it's on a different layer, ready just to pounce onto his head.
Excellent.
So just be one. So the van draws up. The van draws up, and you can see, guys, that there's two translocation guards on either side, and Horn sort of like drives it up and sort of like stops it, and it's not one of those smooth stops. It's not sort of like it's sort of like like that. You all sort of like jerk forward, and he sort of goes sorry like that, and the two translocation guards sort of like can come up, and they sort of like says sorry. He says, they say, can we help you? And the lady says, we have some things to be dropped off tonight. We have some orders for it. And the translocation guard sort of like puts his hand out for from the orders. You can just hear things happening at the moment. You can't actually see what's going on out there. FaZe, if you want to go AR
I was going to say, can I switch to AR and have a quick look to see what devices I can see?
Yeah, by all means.
Around. I'm going to look for both hidden and normal.
All right. So if I tell you normally first.
Yeah.
Because you'll automatically be able to see that. You'll notice that these guys have their normal, because you've encountered them before, they have their normal Colt Cobra TZ 120 pistols with them, and they also, which are actually smart gun linked. You also notice that they have com links, which are wireless and operational. If you remember, at the second door, the single door, you can see the wireless camera on there. However, you can also see some further cameras that are dotted around the location, and there's actually 4 more. You don't think they're attached to the host. You're thinking that they're probably RFID tags, as if it's sort of like being put up rather in a hurry. And they are wireless, and they are communicating to something, although you don't know what. Roll your matrix perception. Oh, the other thing is you can see, is it your pistol?
Yeah, no, it's a machine pistol.
Yeah, so your machine pistol is currently...
Sorry, I need to put a -2 on that. I'll do it again.
Okay.
Sorry, the machine pistols were?
No, I was just waiting for your -2.
Oh, right, sorry.
Okay, your machine pistol is there.
Is the rest of my stuff there as well? I've got RFID tags,
No.
stuff like that.
The only thing that is there is your pistol, and that's the only thing you can see. Hidden
What about
devices.
Sorry, what about Billy Bob's stuff?
No.
Is it AK, anything like that?
Do you have a mark on that?
I don't know, but it is wireless, so I didn't know whether or not I would see it.
Yeah, well, that's so you don't see anything else, and
Right, okay.
just so you know, there are no more hidden devices, but you do also see 3 more smart gun links actually you see 3 more sort of like moving around in this area.
Okay, so I'm going to
Hang on.
subvocal.
And you also see more wireless things in this room.
Cameras.
No, they look like pistols,
Right.
but they're not wireless.
But are they moving? Are they moving around?
The ones over
There
here are. These are not. So there's actually 3 in there. 2 guns. You probably hold out pistols, but there's 1 that is your machine pistol.
Okay. So I'm going to use my subvocal microphone and say there's at least 5 guards on top of the 2 that are currently outside the van. There's also cameras. So we're going to need to take out the cameras before we go out. Is there, looking at where the cameras are, is there an actual way, is there going to be any blind spots? Can I tell?
You can't actually tell that because you don't have the floor plan.
Right.
You only know that these wireless things are activated. So as you look in virtual reality, you can actually see where the cameras are, but you have no idea. For example, you know that there's a camera here, but you don't know. You might not know where it's
Whether
facing.
or not this is going to be a blind spot. Or,
Correct. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So yeah, go for it.
So this van's not going any further, I take it.
No, they're currently they're looking at the they're looking at the documents, and what one guy's going, oh, right, oh, hang on a minute, what's this? You notice Horn is getting very jittery, very jittery. The woman's talking to the security guard and sort of like says, "Oh no, don't worry. That was just a smudge. It came when it was raining. It happened when it was raining. It's just a smudge." And the guy goes, "Oh, the guard outside there sort of like goes, this is very unusual. We don't normally." And all of a sudden, you just notice Horn. He just reaches in and flicks out his Ares Predator and fires it out of the window at this guard here. Okay, guys, let's have some initiative.
Don't forget to click on your tokens.
Wow, that was rubbish.
So you'll now notice, guys, I've gone full out here.
Translocation Guard 1 and Translocation Guard 2.
Oh, did he not get his?
Oh no.
Did translocate? Oh no, it's because I wasn't over his
I
thing.
told you to make sure that you clicked on your tokens.
That's all right. So guys, can you actually see the names underneath?
I can, yeah.
Translocation 1 and 2 on both map and tab tracker.
Yeah, that's all right then. It's just so I know, so you can actually see what was actually.
You might as well just left it because they both got the same initiative anyway.
Yeah, I noticed that. That's a bit weird, isn't it? No, it hasn't. One's got 12.
No, they both got 10 according to us.
They both have 10.
Yeah, both got 10 according to us.
No, look on the. It must have done something wrong. Look on the actual dice roll.
Yeah, one's got 10, one's got 12, but on the tracker they both got 10.
Yeah.
So that's actually one's got a 12. It must have done it across differently. Okay, so so what actually happens is that Horn takes out his gun and fires it, and then you guys react. Okay, so you guys actually now burst into combat, and I'll tell you what the gangers do. So Billy Bob, you are up first.
Okay. I'm gonna draw my pistol and jump out the back of the van. Aiming at this guy that he's already shot at, and fire my my pistol at him.
Okay, so it'll take your movement out to get out the back. It'll take you a simple action to actually get out the back. Okay, and are you quick drawing your pistol, or are you drawing your pistol?
I'm just gonna draw it and stay like out of sight around the back
Okay,
of the
then.
van
So
here.
so that'll be your complex action finish, because you've opened the door and also drawn your weapon. Okay, so Hector, you are up. The back door is now open.
Okay, I'm going to jump out the back of the van through the door that's open, and quick draw one of my pistols and aim at the other guard on the other side of the van, so the one I'm pinging with my taser.
Okay, you don't have to actually quick draw, because you'll have two simple actions, so you can actually draw it and fire it, but you can quick draw if you wish.
Yeah, I was going to quick draw, because then I was
Because it looks flashy.
Because it looks flashy. So
Okay,
I have to roll a weapon skill plus reaction test.
Yeah,
You only need something like 2 successes.
Yeah.
I'm just checking.
So I assume that's just weapon skill. Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Two.
Yeah, so that's actually because is it in a quick draw holster?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so that's actually the bare minimum to actually do it. So yeah, so you quick draw your weapon and fire away.
Get the right thing.
It's 3.8 meters away.
Yeah, that should be fine.
So you're
One
looking
success.
at 8S.
Yeah,
before you
8S
soak.
so far.
Oops, let me just
Well,
call.
before you dodge.
So this is my dodge. No, he can't actually dodge because he's not aware that shot's coming off, because he's
Okay,
two
so
coming
eight-
up in the
8S.
8S. So this is his soak roll. -5 is it for
It
AP?
is, yeah.
Yeah. So he gets 3
Okay, it's
success.
5S.
5S. Is this 1 or 2? 5.
This is
This
one
is 1.
I'm shooting at.
5 stun. Okay.
Yeah. And he's -5 on his initiative. 'cause
1,
it's
isn't it?
Electric.
Yeah,
round.
okay, so that takes him down to 7, which will put him after that one. Yeah, cool. Okay, done.
Unless I can do anything else.
Well, you can only fire once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll use. Can I use a simple action to take cover behind the van?
Take cover is a simple action. Yeah.
So I can. Okay, cool. So I'll do that then.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay then. Phase, you are up.
Okay, so I'm still in AR mode.
Correct.
There's no devices that I saw that could actually be a scanner.
No, but they're
Right.
they're not like.
It might not be wire. I didn't know whether
Well,
it would be
they are
wireless.
they are
and-
likely to be wireless, but in the middle of the night they're not likely to be actually turned on,
Okay.
because they're likely to be turned off throughout the evening. You know.
Okay. So I am going to switch out of AR mode,
Yeah,
which is a simple action.
correct.
I am going to draw my gun.
Okay. Okay, so this is Translocation's go here. So he actually, this is Translocation 2. So he actually draws his weapon and actually fires it at the at Horn inside the car. So he will roll this. Okay, and so Horn actually takes 7 lots of 7p off his modifier. Translocation 1 takes cover on his 7. That's to be his
Does
simple.
Horn take 7 or does he take 9? Because you got 2.
Oh yes,
successes.
sorry, 9. My fault. Yes, thank you. 9.
I know he wouldn't be able to dodge because he's,
no.
he's strapped into a car. I didn't know whether or not he had any armor.
No, he's wearing no
business.
armor at all. He's just wearing his drive. Four-wheelers don't tend to wear armor because they drive around
They
in.
have a car. Yeah.
They have a car. So Translocation 1 takes cover and draws his weapon, so he's ready to fight next round. So Billy Bob, you are up.
You're muted, Billy Bob.
Don't forget to change. Well done, Billy Bob, for changing your.
I'm going to switch to burst and aim at which one's this? 2. I'm going to aim at 2 and let off a 3-round burst of my gel rounds.
Cool.
One is the burst.
This is on 2, isn't it? Thank you.
That's
Okay, yeah.
the wrong
So you're
one.
looking. No,
That's your assault rifle.
Okay, 97.
Yeah.
I can't actually dodge this because I'm not aware of the shot this round, so I'm just soaking. So
Gel rounds.
because I know I'll get, I think I get -2, don't I, onto my dodge roll, but I'm not dodging, I'm just soaking.
Okay, so you're looking at 8 stun.
Yeah, but I get +1 to my armor penetration, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take a simple action of taking cover behind the van.
Okay, so 8 stun, and I get 8 successes.
Okay, so that's nothing then.
So that's
Yeah,
absolutely
cancel each other
nothing. Okay.
8 successes.
So can I please remind you guys, if you're taking cover, then what that means is that we each get a modifier to our defense rolls. So, for example, I judge how much cover it is. So it'd be like +2. So when you do your dodge roll, you'll have +2 because as you're firing, they're firing at you, you're trying to get back inside of cover. The reason it's +2 and not +4 is that you're not actually half covered. So say, for example, you were behind a crate. Then can you see the bottom half of your body is actually covered? So you will get a +4 to your defense roll then, rather than the +2. So it's not a case that you're not completely, you still can be hit. You just have a +2 to your dodge roll. Okay, that's Billy Bob on 11.
Does this van have a bulkhead or not?
I don't know what you mean, Si.
Behind the driver's seat, is it a metal plate to stop?
Partitioned off.
No, it's just like 2 chairs, and up to the height of the chair is metal because you were going to jump over it.
Okay,
that was the idea. Hector, you're up on 4.
Okay. From where I'm standing, can I see Translocation Guard number 1? Or what?
Yeah, because he can see you as well. It's just that you're both taking cover. So you're both taking cover via that action. So he will get +2 to his dice to dodge it. Just like when he fires at you, you will get +2 to that dodge as well.
I'll take a shot.
So the thing that you need to remember is that you must spend a simple action to take cover. So you can't aim and shoot. You'll have to shoot and then take cover. Otherwise you'll be out of cover, yeah? So just watch your recoil, people, if you're having any recoil bonuses. Yeah. Okay, and your ranges. Okay then, yeah, go for it. This is at...
Before I do that, what is the range actually? No, where's my ruler?
It is 5.3.
Which is actually probably...
If you go into rules, there's a range thing. What are you using?
I'm using a taser. So it's 0 to 5.
I believe it uses a
taser 0 to 5. So you're 0 to 5, but you're all right because the next one's 6 till 10 is medium.
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, but no, it means that if it's 0 to 5, as long as it's 5 meters, the next one clicks in at 6.
Right.
So and then that's it. So
so there's no modifiers for distance then?
No.
Okay.
You won't get any modifiers for anything. It'll just be a normal shot, I think.
Okay, that's right then. I got
4 successes. Okay.
So that's 11 in total.
Okay, so this is my dodge. So the first thing I get is +2, but please check this to make sure that his wound modifier comes off it when it actually rolls.
It did, yeah.
Okay, so he got 2 successes on there, so that takes it down to how much, Longshanks?
I was doing 11 total with stun and my successes. So that's 9.
9.
If you didn't,
if
that was
that's right.
that was your dodge. Yeah.
Yeah. So and then this is my soak roll, and that's -5. Two successes on that.
So that's 7 I've done to him then.
So that would be 7 more stun, which will take him down to 0 stun, but it won't cascade over because I need 3 to cascade it. Oh no, 2 to cascade it over, which makes it go down to 1 there. So let's just put that as 10, which means he is now officially stunned.
Cool. So sort of like with that shot, sort of like from being half in cover, I just sort of like bring my left arm up and just fire it straight into the side of his. And it just sort of like clips him in his exposed shoulder. Yeah. And the bullet like hits him square, sort of like just below the collarbone.
Cool. Okay.
Sorry.
And FaZe, you're up on 1, and so's Billy Bob, but you'll go first, FaZe, because it's still in your round. Still in this initiative.
Okay, so
pass.
if I'm going to activate my smart gun link on my pistol, and I want to go up to so that I can see over the bulkhead, so that I can get a better look of what's happening in this area.
Yeah. So Horn's.
Do you know where I saw the other devices?
Well, Horn's got a massive gunshot wound, and you can see location translocation guard 2 there, because is
he still up?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. When I see him, then when I get up to the thing, I take it the window's down.
It is. Yeah.
Okay. So I see him. I'm going to pop a shot off at him if he's still up.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Oh God, he doesn't know where things are coming from.
That's the idea.
Okay, so I got 3 successes on my.
Okay then. So this is his. So he has no.
So you're looking at 7S.
Okay. So is it -5? Yeah. You and Hector are using the same. Yeah.
I'm just using normal taser rounds, but they're stun electric.
Yeah, they do electric damage.
3.
Okay,
3
so
successes altogether.
Okay, so you're taking
4.
4s.
4 stun. Cool. Okay then, and that'll be yours. And then Billy Bob, you're the only person who can operate this last round now.
Okay, so I'm gonna switch back to single shot.
Yep.
Aim at 2 and pop another round off. So I'm aiming. I get plus
You
to
can
this
either
'cause I'm
have
aiming.
an extra dice, or you can have a +1 to your accuracy. So when it comes up situation modifier, just put in +1 if you're using the extra dice.
Yeah.
+1. I missed that one out on the last one.
You didn't aim last one. You did burst fire, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Yeah. So this
Sorry.
aiming will reduce will get rid of your recoil on that one.
Okay, so 2 successes.
2 successes. So this is my dodge. I'll be at -1 for this because it's the second time I've dodged. Yeah. 2
Will you have
successes.
another -1 because of my rounds?
What do they do? Sorry.
It does
Ooh.
-1 dice pool penalty on all actions and defense tests, but not damage resist tests.
Okay then. Yeah. So I'll roll that again then. So that'll be -2 then. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's one success on that, which will
Okay,
take.
so you're looking at 8s.
And then this is the damage resist, and this is at +1. 5.
So 3s.
Oops. Which one is that?
Translocate 2.
How many? Sorry.
3s.
3s, which takes him up to 7s. So he's still up. Okay, and that is the end of that.
Did he take any physical? Who do you call it? Blast him with his predator.
He did blast him,
Right.
but he missed.
Right. Okay.
For all Horn's wonderful.
Yeah. All.
All his chat.
Yeah. Okay. Just to let you know, you can roll initiative. That's absolutely
Sorry.
fine.
Am I rolling that right? Surely.
I've got 21 again.
I think you do.
This thing. I'm just curious. FaZe, can you jam their weapons?
Can I jam them?
Yeah. You know, like you did in the hotel one.
You asking me now?
No. I'm just asking. Are these weapons?
They are
jam
jammable.
them? Yeah,
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But I have to be an AR to do it, and I'm not. An
No,
AR.
no, that's fine. I was just wondering if you could do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Translocation 2 now. So check, because his initiative roll should take off his wounds.
Yes, it does.
Wound
Yeah.
penalty.
Yeah,
2,
and do I get that -5 again for this one
What were you on before it?
for my initiative?
Yeah. What was you left with on your previous round?
I didn't have any left.
Right. In which case, yeah, you would get the if you didn't have any left, it would cascade over onto this combat turn.
So it's going to be his is going to be 1 then. Yeah.
His pants.
Okay. Cool. Okay then. Hector, you're first. Oh, hang on a minute.
No, I'm not. I'm second.
Yeah, hang on. I need to do 2 things. I need to, number 1, pop it into order like that. And the other thing I need to do is this. That. Okay, that's cool. Okay.
When he says that's cool, he was hoping for a higher number.
No, I wasn't. Right, Billy Bob, you are up on 21.
So I'm gonna aim at him again and squeeze another one off.
Cool.
2 seconds. I don't know if I pressed the right one. Jaw round there. Situation modifier.
Do I still get
Plus 1.
Do I still get -1 this round from the stick and shock?
I'm going to say I think it's no. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. So just say no.
Okay.
Okay, so you're looking at 1 success.
2.
It's a miss.
It's a miss. Guys, just to let you know, you won't run out of bullets, but you might run out of clips in this battle. So please make sure that you're keeping things when you need to reload. Okay, Hector, you are up.
Cool. I'm going to peek around out of my cover to see if I can see anything. Can I see anybody on my side of the van? So the left-hand side of the van.
You should be able to see whatever
I can see.
Yeah.
Okay.
And these, just to let you know, these are like containers that are
Do they
stacked
have
up.
medical supplies written on it?
No, well, you don't know. There seems to be a whole load of crates stacked up one after another. So you probably think that these here and these here are probably the first lot to go out tomorrow morning.
Okay.
And that's all you can see at the present moment in time.
Another
Okay.
question, because we can see here. Is that like a window?
It is a window, yeah.
So
Okay.
can we see anyone in there?
No. Because you can't actually see past these.
Got ya. Understood.
Okay. In that case, considering my side of the van is clear, I'm assuming that's a door.
It certainly is.
Can I see if it's open or closed?
It is closed. All the doors are closed unless they appear to be open, and then you can see into them. But then,
in that case, I will move to just there. And then hold my action to see if anybody opens the door, comes around the corner, or opens the door. In that case, I'll shoot them.
Cool. Okay, FaZe, you are up.
Can I make a quick judgment on taking into account that I can see sort of like this wall here, this far wall, and I want to sort of like how much bigger is this warehouse?
I think the thing that you have to be aware of is that although technically at the present moment in time you can see right the way over here, really and truly you can't, because these are massive containers that are really tall, and so are these, and so are these.
Stacked to the ceiling.
Yeah.
Thing.
Okay, is Horn still seatbelted in?
Yes, he is.
Okay, can I hit his seatbelt button to eject it and try to pull him down so that he's not stood up there in front of the window?
But
can you pull him into the back of the van?
I don't think I'll be able to pull him into the back because there's a bulkhead.
Hang on, guys. Please remember that you're in the middle of combat. So FaZe, yes, you can pop the seatbelt and pull him in the back, but you will be making yourself vulnerable to translocation guard number 2, which means that you won't get a dodge roll if he fires at you.
I'll do it.
Okay. So this will be translocation 1's firing now. Is it 2? Sorry. It's 2, yeah. So this is his roll to fire at you. So it should take into account. You actually get +2.
Oh, is he firing at me?
Yes, because you're. No,
Yeah,
because
but I
you
thought maybe he might have done sort of like a 50-50, sort of like me or Billy Bob.
no because
gonna say,
because you are closer, and also there's two people right in front of him,
All right.
rather
Yeah.
than the person in cover behind the back. So you will get. I will fire at you, but I'm getting a -2 to my roll because there's less of you to fire at. But you're
Okay.
not getting a dodge roll. So I get 2 successes. So you need to do your armor.
Oh, I don't know whether or not I've got any armor on.
You know.
Armor, that's soak, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good to edge this well.
Okay. Pre-edge it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go for it.
Any armor penetration? No.
No. 5 successes. So you will take, I think it'll be 4 physical.
Right, yeah, my armor's 6.
Your armor's 6. So my modify. Oh, hang on. So my modifier will be. Sorry, what is it? So I'm doing 9, 4. Oh no, yeah, it'll come off stun. Sorry, yeah, you're right.
So I'm taking 2 stun.
So my total damage is 5. My total damage to you is 9p, and you're taking 5 off that.
Right.
So your total damage, the total damage is 9. Take away those 5, which would be 4 stun. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
But at the end of that, you are in the back with Horn.
Okay.
Okay. So that's 10. Yeah, that's translocation. So now we're on Billy Bob on Billy Bob will be on 11.
Why is that not changing my initiative?
Because you haven't got your token selected.
There you go.
Damn it. There we go.
Can you change yours as well, Faze, just so I know? I know it's going to go down to 0, but then I know. Thank you. So Billy Bob, you can have another shot at translocation 2 now.
I'm going to switch to burst.
Okay.
And situation modifier 0. Or do I get one for? No, I won't get one for cover. Will I?
No, but if you aim and then burst, you'd still get your +1.
Yeah.
Right. Okay then. I'm gonna So I'm gonna aim and let off a 3-round burst.
Killed him.
So I get -2 for this because it's burst. Okay, and then it will automatically take off my my wound modifiers, hopefully. So I don't have any successes on this at all. So your total damage is going to be 12s. So here's my soak roll. +1 on here. Oh. Yes. So that's 4. Yeah. I think that actually might.
Yeah, because he was on 7, wasn't he?
Yeah. So that will knock him out cold. Billy Bob, you have another round. You have one more thing that you can do this round.
Okay. I'm gonna.
I haven't taken my second action yet.
Right. What did you want to do, Si?
Sorry, I wanted to carefully open the door that's right in front of me
Yeah.
and look round.
Okay.
So do I just move my character to the doorway?
No,
Or
you
do
won't. You won't be.
Okay.
And are you doing anything once you go into the doorway? That's what I need to know.
So I'm opening the door, having a quick peek down the corridor. If I see a security guard, I want to take a shot at the security guard.
Okay. There you go.
Cool. Then using a free action, I say left-hand side of left of van clear, door immediate left van clear.
Okay, and that's the end of that.
Sorry, I jumped in.
You have your one action, yeah.
So I'm gonna, hearing that, I'm gonna move up alongside the van.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna move up to about here.
Okay, that's cool.
Skegging around, making sure that the area is clear. Do I see anyone? No.
Make a perception roll. Yeah, you do. You can notice that I'll put him on for you so you can see him. Here.
Okay.
You see that? There's another translocation guard in position.
Okay, I'm gonna call him out. So I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Now.
Right, go on.
Yeah, go for it.
So I'd just say guard far left of building.
Okay, cool. Right. Let's do one more combat round, guys, and then we'll take a break. Yeah, because it'll be 9 o'clock
Okay.
and Big needs to put his kids to bed. Okay, so let's do one more round.
That's better.
Let's get rid of these.
Hang on. What's it done there?
Do you have your edge button still pressed?
Ah, sorry, yeah. I couldn't work out why I had got that when it was impossible for me to actually get it. I got 12, which is actually my maximum. Well, it's actually not. 13 is my maximum. Oh, it must take...
How do you work out your maximums? Actually, that's of interest.
Well, if it's 3d6 plus 2, it will be 20 will be your maximum.
Okay.
So my initiative is 7 plus 1d6, so the maximum I can get is 13.
Right. Okay.
But even though I rolled a 6 there, which is my maximum, it's taken off my wound penalty.
Ah.
Okay.
That's right.
So, Billy Bob, you are up.
Okay. So bit far. I'm gonna hold my action and see if he comes over this way, and if he does, or if he comes closer, I'm gonna pop a shot out.
Right. So I
shot
need
off
to
him.
know: are you in cover there?
Yes.
Right. So you're taking a simple action to take cover at the edge of the van, and what? Readying an action in case he comes out and shoots.
I'm
Or shoot.
readying an action if he comes out into the open. If he comes out to say here, then I'm gonna
Take a shot.
pop a round off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
I'm just going to shoot you from there.
Hector, you are up.
Cool.
Can't see me.
Seeing that this room
He
is,
can see you because you're in cover.
well,
He just had +2.
Yeah.
seeing that this room is clear, and
Yeah.
knowing that Billy Bob's called out a guard that's obviously not in this room, I'm going to use a simple action to carefully close the door,
Yeah.
quite as quietly as I can, and then I'm going to move up as far as I can to the corner
Yeah.
of the outside of that doorway, but not actually get to the corner. So I'm going to stop like half a foot short of the actual corner itself.
Yeah.
and then ready my action if anybody comes around that corner.
Okay, cool. Phase, you're up.
I'm good to
Get your med kit out.
get out my medkit out and see whether or not I can stabilize Horn.
Yeah, go for it.
You just need to let me know what modifiers I have,
Yeah, I'm just checking.
unless you want me to do it like a
So
blind roll to you.
no, we're indoors, so you got -5. Have you got your normal stuff?
Yeah, so I've got the med kit and it's wireless.
Yeah. So he doesn't have anything attached to him or anything like that. So
Right, so I've got -5, did you say?
so you got -1 because it's indoors,
Okay.
but you have plus your rating of your med kit.
Which is 3, so I'm at +2.
You're at +2, plus your minuses for your wound. But it should automatically take that off.
Right, so I'm going to just do it +2 and see whether or not it comes up with the minus.
Yeah,
from the
that's
wound.
cool. It should
Okay.
do it. Yeah, it's 1.
Yeah, but it's no good.
No. So you're busy trying to put it on, but it's quite a big, deep gunshot wound. But you attach your electrode, and you try desperately. You sort of like go boom like that, and he goes boom like that, and you try to. He's not dead, but you're just trying to bandage up and stop the bleeding, etc. Okay. I think Billy Bob, have you changed your initiative?
Yes.
I did, yes.
Yeah. Hang on, because I'm on 8, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm on 8. So this is Translocation 3 firing at Billy Bob. So this you'll get +2 to your dodge roll that's coming in now. Okay, so off you go. Roll your dodge first. +2.
Dodge.
You dodged.
Yeah, so you dodge. And here is the second shot coming in.
So I'm not going to be able to dodge this one.
You can, but now you're at... you actually don't know this shot is coming because
You
you're...
can't dodge then.
So your last perception check, which I think was 2,
2, I think it were.
yeah, failed to see this guard.
Makes sense. Yep.
So you're just doing your soak roll. So I've got
Soak it.
9p coming in at you. So you just soak it. Should be directly opposite your dodge.
Yep, I've got it.
Yeah,
9.
9. So that takes it down to 0. So you feel the shot come off and it just hits your armored vest, and that's it. Nothing else happens. That's okay. Everybody needs to
Change initiatives.
change initiatives now. Yeah, please. Oops. I need to go back onto this layer. Change that. He what have what?
Just
Okay, so Billy Bob, you are up.
I'm going to call out this guard as well. So like north of van, crates, behind the crates. On guard.
Who do you wish to fire at?
Because he's out of my range, he is probably in my range.
He is below the 6 meters, yeah.
So I'm going to be aiming and shooting at him.
Cool.
Oh wait, did I switch back to single shot?
It doesn't matter. It's your
okay.
your last one. If you scroll up, you'll be able to see what you did last, because it will say
It was in burst. That's what I took
Yeah.
him out with.
So you're in
So I'm
burst.
going to switch to single shot.
Okay, and then fire your one single shot.
Do I get a modifier here for
No,
aiming? No.
no, because you've used your simple action to swap your weapons. Unless is
okay,
it smart gun linked?
Yeah, it would be a free action, but he used his free action to call out the guard.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
he would have had to use a
simple
simple
action,
action
yeah.
as a free action, if you see what
Yeah.
I mean, to
gotcha.
Three
to switch
successes.
his fire mode.
So 3 successes. So this is my dodge. Five successes. So you fire your Beretta and it just clicks off the crate and misses him altogether. Hector,
Is
you're
that what the modifier's for?
what? Sorry.
On the it says modifier 2. Is that because of the cover?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because that +2.
yeah.
He was at +2 because of the cover. Was that burst fire?
No, that was single shot.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Because if it was burst fire, he would have lost that modifier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Hector, you're up.
I'm going to carefully move up to the corner of this building until I can see around the corner. And then as soon as I see the guard, I'm going to I'm going to fire at him with the taser.
Okay. Are you aiming first?
If I aim, does that mean I've still got a simple action left to take cover afterwards or not?
You need a simple action to take cover.
In that case, I will not aim. I'll just shoot.
Shoot and take cover. Yeah. Go
Shoot and take cover afterwards, yeah.
Go for it. Now, you will be at -1 because of your range.
That's right. I got 5 successes on this one. And then I'll take a simple action to take cover again as well.
So that's 1 success that he gets.
So you're looking at 12s.
12 so far. Yeah.
12s. So this is
Thank you,
it.
Faze.
This is his soak. That's only a 1, so that will actually knock him. That'll do 11 stun, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which will knock him. I was just wondering if I put 12, does it automatically overflow it?
It should do. I think that's what's happened with Carrot before.
Cool. Okay,
I'm not
so
100%.
so that is this guy.
Okay.
Uh,
Carrot sort of, not Carrot, Hector will advance, just like creep up to the corner, peer around, seeing the translocation guard. He'll just bring up, because he's only got his left taser out at the moment, bring up his left taser in like a circular motion, fire it, sort of like aiming slap bang in the middle of the chest. But before he even sees the round landing, he's ducking, he's like spinning around to duck back into cover again.
Nice.
But he just hears the guard hitting the floor.
Yep, cool. And he is out cold. FaZe, you are up on 2.
What's out of interest? What's the other person in the front of the van doing?
She's so good question. I think she's sort of like she's probably clambered into the back with you,
Okay.
with her gun, so she can look after Horn if you want.
Okay, so I'll tell her to keep in the back, and I'm going to head out to the back, open it. Well,
It's already open, yeah.
I'm going to climb up. I'm going to head round to this door, which is still open. I take it.
I closed it.
Right.
I opened it, checked that it was clear,
It's
stayed clear, and
closed.
then closed it again because I didn't want a door open behind me.
Right.
It's
Okay,
closed.
so
It's closed, yeah.
so I can move.
You've probably done. That's about 7 meters that you've.
Yeah, I
you've
can
moved.
do 8.
Is that running?
If I'm running, yeah.
Yeah, because that will incur that plus. for shooting, etc. If you're running.
Right. And can I open the door when I get there?
Yeah, because you still have your simple action to use.
Right. Okay.
It's only if you use something like if you use a sprint action, so you can open that
Do
door.
I have 2 simple actions to use then?
Yeah, because this is just your movement.
Okay, so I'm going to open the door and then I'm going to take a look at what's in the room. I'm looking for seeing whether or not there's any scanners or anything like that.
Yeah. Okay.
On
then
the benches over. I don't know what these are over here. I thought maybe it was
what kind of eyes do you have? And don't say brown and lovely.
Well, I mean that goes without saying. I have they're low light.
Okay, so you can make out in this room. This seems to be some kind of logging in and logging out room, as if you come in to log things in, and then you'll say I'm here, and then you go and pick up your van, etc. So
Is there a door at the far end?
there is a door at the far end. There's one here.
Okay.
Don't we know?
Would I say that probably goes into the main entrance where people would come in?
Yes,
So
yeah.
they would come into the main entrance and then they would.
Well,
go
they could
out.
come into either entrance if they pulled up in their van here.
Right.
There. So that will actually be your other simple action, finding out
Yes.
all that information, and so like thinking, oh yes, that goes there. Yeah, this is. So there's no literal any scanners. You probably think that's further back in the thing.
Would I know whether or not there's any other exits going out of the main? Do you know where the camera was looking at the main entrance? So this room, basically, that's here. Do I know whether or not there's any other doors going out of that?
Not that you've seen, but you
Right,
haven't
okay,
been in
that's
there.
all right.
Yeah.
I didn't know whether or not I'd seen anything
no.
as we were driving off last adventure. 'cause
No.
we
Well,
came
roll
out
roll your memory test.
I'm gonna say I'm pretty sure that we said there was 2 ways in. Last time.
Okay. I hopefully it'll put the
It should do.
it'll put the modifier on. I haven't put it on. Yes, it has.
Yeah, 2. Yeah, you know. There was no other exits apart from the door that was there.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Billy Bob, you're the only one who can actually operate on 1.
Right, so I'm gonna change that initiative. Change that initiative.
Oh no, hang on. Was that 10? Oh no, you can't.
Oh, it was.
Yeah,
it was
sorry.
10,
Yeah, sorry. It's
2010.
Yeah, so you just have a free action if you want to call out a free action.
Is moving not a free action?
Well, we're at the end of the combat round, so you can do your movement if you wish, but
Okay.
we're actually at the end of the combat round.
But
So
I just
if you
wanna
tell me
move
what,
to this crate over here, take cover.
well, you can't take cover because that would require
That's a
simple
simple
action.
Well, okay, just like move behind this crate so I'm in cover, not take cover. You know what I mean?
So you would have to be prone behind there. To drop prone is a free action, and that's all you've got. You've only got a free
Right.
action, so you can move there.
Okay,
And,
I'll just stand here
Right.
until the next round.
okay, then, guys, we will take a short break there, and we will be back in what, guys? 5 minutes.
Or Big might need a bit. More.
Big, do you need more than 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, 10 minutes
Yeah.
then. 10 minutes then. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Okay, so please. And during that 10 minutes, guys, I'll just grab a drink and then I'll answer all the questions in chat. That's been going up, so I will be on there, so don't worry. Okay,
Can you
then.
turn the cameras off, yeah, because I've got my funny shorts on.
And hang on.
And I'm
So,
going to stand up soon.
yeah, well, thank God you got some shorts on. That's all I could say. Right. We will see you
I'm gonna stay
soon.
now
Okay.
until-
I'm waiting to see Triple H funny shorts.